Business Desk reporter Riley Kennedy has been at Fonterra's annual meeting and he joins us now. And it was short. I've seldom heard of an AGM running short. What went on?
I think everyone was quite surprised. We went to Christchurch yesterday to watch this meeting, and the Fonterra AGM is often set down for about 2 hours. I've been to quite a few of them. They often drag on, a lot of questions. 48 minutes, done and dusted from start to finish. All resolutions passed, no questions at all. We were out of there even well before midday.
So is that just because everyone's happy? You know, they're looking at getting a payout after that sale. They've got high milk prices. Happy days.
Yeah, so the sentiment's quite well, obviously quite good. The Co-op Council, which is like the watchdog for the shareholders, they put up some survey that said sentiment is in around about 75% of farmers feel proud to be a member of Fonterra, so it's quite good. But we've gone through this year with the mainland sale, and there's been a lot of engagement with Fonterra's management with farmers. So I suspect they got to the annual meeting and thought, we've seen you guys like 6 times already this year. There's going to be another special meeting for the mainland deal in February, so it's we don't need to come. We'll watch online. But
so did not many people turn up?
No, I suspect that there was more co-op councillors in the room than what there were actually farmers. There was a lot of lunch left over. Put it that
I was
way.
going to say, do they not put on a good spread?
Yeah, there was steak. It was very nice. I've been to quite a few. Went to New Plymouth last year, and I reckon there was probably 150 farmers there, and went well over 2.5 hours last year. This year was completely different. I was talking to a former executive at Fonterra who said that even one year there was a punch-up amongst farmers. So things have improved quite dramatically to this year. But I was quite surprised. I mean, everyone sort of looked around. If you were Fonterra's management, you would have been able to do the meeting and get back on the 1 o'clock plane back to Auckland. I was shocked.
Happy days, they'd be delighted. You've got some update on the lamb numbers.
Yeah, so for a long time we've been going on about how livestock flows are declining through a range of factors, forestry and what have you. But the lamb crop is estimated to be up 1% this year to about 19.6 million lambs on the ground, which is quite good news for the sheep and beef sector. But they reckon that the processed lambs, the lambs that are killed and then exported, will remain about the same as last year, because a lot more lambs will be held over to build up the ewe flock. So it may hold over, supply's going to be reasonably tight. But
so we're not going to get cheaper lamb rack for Christmas?
No, which is a good thing.
Well, not if you want to eat it, but great if you're a farmer.
You're great if you're a farmer, and that will ultimately help keep the farm gate price high, because supply is going to be tight. But a couple of years we might see some more lambs flowing through. And
what about fertiliser? What's happening on that front? Yeah,
so Ravensdown, which is the one of the country's 2 farmer-owned fertiliser co-ops, put out their market update. If you're into fertiliser, it's a bit of a niche product and got half an hour, you should give it a read. But in Europe, fertiliser prices are often moved by commodities and things that happen all over the world. It's actually quite a fascinating market to watch. But in Europe, new tariffs on Russian fertiliser have forced major rerouting of product into into Brazil, China, and all these major markets. But the bigger move is going to come on January 1, when the carbon emissions sort of levy is going to come in on products into Europe, which means that there's a whole lot of fertiliser at the moment that's moving into Europe. Before that, which at one point Northern Africa urea imports were up 15% in just 1 week. So if you ever need a lesson that commodity prices are moved by government policy, that would be it.
It would indeed. Thank you, Riley. That is Riley Kennedy.